Yeah, I can't believe it either, but here we are. Greetings fellow Vita fans, this is James with PSVita at 2 AM, coming at you once again with another exciting video. And if you're new here and love everything PlayStation Vita, don't forget to subscribe, and make sure to leave me your thoughts and opinions on this topic down in the comment section. If this even counts as a topic, which it doesn't because these are PS Vita sales. Never thought I'd be saying that anytime soon, but yep, it's true. And we got quite a lot of them, except for Asia and Japan, they didn't really get that much. But for people over outside of that area in the West, we got quite a bit. Now before I begin, gotta give a few disclaimers here. For anybody who is new to the channel, because it has been a long time since I've done one of these videos, the way it goes is that I will be doing 6 regions in the world that have their PS Vita games on sale digitally from the store, and after each 2 regions I will come back and give a game recommendation. And also, this is a big one guys, please ensure that the game is in fact cross-buy, because that's the only way we're able to get PS Vita games that are digital on sale anymore. You have to buy the PlayStation 4 version in order to get the Vita version. Because let's face it, things can never be easy for us. So without further ado, here are all of the PS Vita digital sales for North America, Australia, Europe, the UK, Asia, and Japan. Starting off with first, North America, because that's where I'm from, even though sometimes I wish I wasn't. Alrighty, so for the first time ever, I'm gonna do something a little bit different in this segment. You see, normally I would take this time of the video to suggest you guys a great game that you can play off the digital store on sale right now. But I'm gonna take a different approach this time. For the first time ever on this channel, I'm going to name you a game that you shouldn't play on the Vita, because it's terrible. Well, at least the port is anyway. This is Sense, a cyberpunk ghost story. And yes, by the title alone, you think it would be awesome, which on other platforms it is. On the Vita, not so much. I told you, things can never be easy for us. So what exactly makes this game so bad, you might be asking yourself? Well, do I really have to explain it? Just look at this gameplay. It is choppy as heck. And trust me, it doesn't get any better the further you go on. And it's really a shame too, because this game is in fact inspired by such past survival horror games as Clock Tower and Fatal Frame. And it sort of plays like a point-and-click adventure, but one that you're fully in control of. And instead of doing your basic attacks, most of the time you'll have to run away from ghosts and spirits and whatnot. Again, putting it more in Haunting Ground and Clock Tower territory here. And unfortunately, at least as my theory goes anyway, this was one of those unfortunate titles that the developers wanted to release on the PS Vita, but just didn't have time to optimize right because there was so much pressure back in the day about deadlines and whatnot from Sony. Now, would this game have been perfect if that wouldn't have happened? There could have been a chance it wouldn't been. There were a lot of Vita games even before them that would just get kind of rushed out, because let's face it, it's the Vita, we're all gonna buy it regardless. Thus, if you have even the slightest interest in this game, please get it on another platform, because the PS Vita version unfortunately wasn't optimized correctly, unless you just like your eyes to bleed. Okay, let's move on to the UK now. Alright, so the following game I'm choosing just because, well, for one, it's awesome, but also, I have not seen this game on sale in like the longest time, so I just had to recommend it in this video. In fact, truth to tell, it's been so long I kind of forgot it existed. This is Super Time Force Ultra, which is an insane platformer filled with robots, dinosaurs, time traveling, and all sorts of weird stuff. Oh, and it plays like Contra too, did I mention that? I mean, we gotta have dinosaurs in a game like this because it has the word time in it. And this game was actually pretty unique for its time. Heh. Unintentional pun. Think what would happen if you got Contra and mixed it with Prince of Persia, Sands of Time. It's a game where you can manipulate time, go back and forth through it, which will give you certain benefits, such as, picture if you will here, going back to the past, yet having your past self help you aid in like a boss fight. Anyone out there remember Blink's a Time Sweeper? It's kind of in that vein. Did anyone remember it? Probably not though. It has some pretty cool mechanics like that. So I guess you can kind of say it's co-op in that sense, but not really. And with 19 unique characters to play and 6 different time periods to explore, I got a feeling this is one that's going to have a good amount of replay for the shooting fans out there. You know who you are. So let's move on now to Asia. Well, as they say in the suburbs, that didn't take long. Wait, do they say that in the suburbs? Anyway, since I didn't have a whole lot of choice here, I guess I'm gonna go with HellDivers, which I guess does sort of fit considering that we just celebrated the PS Vita's 10th anniversary, and from what I can remember back in the early days of the PS Vita when I first got mine, this was like the big game that everyone was talking about, you know, aside from Gravity Rush and all that. In fact, come to think of it, I probably should have mentioned this game in my underrated twin-stick shooter video, which I didn't mean for it to be twin-stick, but it just ended up being that way. But then at the same time, this one wasn't really underrated. A lot of people knew about it, but hey, it's still a solid recommendation nonetheless. Plus, it's violent from far away. So in this, while it's a twin-stick shooter, as I said, and you play as part of a unique unit called the HellDivers. Bet you didn't see that one coming. And players must work together to protect Super Earth and defeat the enemies of mankind in an intense intergalactic war. I don't know why I struggled so many times with the outtake trying to say that word. And from what many people have been telling me, it seems like the online functionalities for this game are still intact, so if you can find a buddy to hop online with, I highly recommend doing so because again, on this platform you just never know. With all the features this game has, and if you take advantage of all of them, you're looking at 100+ hours of gameplay here. Oh, and someone in the comment section can correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't this game feature friendly fire? Seems to me like I remember being killed by that very, very often back in the day, such is my luck. But still, a very fun game and a very fun twin-stick shooter. I gotta admit, gave me a little bit of nostalgia making a video like this again. It's been far too long. But that'll do it, guys. Those are all of the PS Vita digital sales that I was able to find for you all. Which games are you gonna pick up? Which ones have you never heard of before? And for the love of all, please stay away from Sense, a Cyberpunk Ghost Story. You'll be glad you did. And as always, fellow Vita fans, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. It really means a lot to me. Love you all, and I'll see you next time. This video has been brought to you by all of these wonderfully generous supporters who help make this content possible. So a big thank you to Chris Foxhound, Sabin Fire, Dr. Super Artie, Ricardo Martinez, Donut Valley, Nintendo Switch at 2 AM, Azumara, 1488 Dental, Rizal Pliskin, Buzz Saiyan, Robert Sylvester, Aridri, No Good, Lacerated 87, Jamie, Matt Hargett, Mazgus, Tasha Monty, Eric DeWitt, Juan M. Hermosillo, Burzin Mystery, Kayonko, Hector Gonzalez, Mishuga 360, Bushin Ryu Cat, Milk Sama, Neo Arashi, Shin Snake, Reiko Star, Ellen Iwazu, Frayden, Matt Fox, B Mystery, Zacrito, Robert Johnson, Makis Blob, Hero Acer, BMF, Phantom XRS, Gutter Drums, Adam Sondi, Claimer Malarkey, Saul Ramirez, Hemdall Imbert, PS Vita S, VG Legends, Kyle Brooks, Richard Cruz, Jared Haddo, JR, Joseph Shavak, Kevin Enright, Silica, Jelle, Heston Joseph, Per Sterner, H-Hitter, Crazy Cat, Adam Thury, Wendy K, Michael O'Connor, Rodrigo Vera, Sculpture Tugel TCG, and David Ray. And a big thank you to Jung Chen for the recent PayPal donation. If you would be interested in supporting the channel and seeing your name on this end screen here, or if you wish to remain anonymous that can be provided to, then make sure to check the links down in the description below. I have numerous ways for you to do this down there. Can't support in this manner? Don't worry about it. I also have some affiliate links from PlayAsia, which you can find in the video description along with merchandise, and of course, likes and shares can help equally as much. And please everyone, I know this is the third time I'm mentioning this, but don't buy Sansa Cyberpunk Ghost Story. Don't let the waifus fool you. It's a trap.